What if civilization restarted series? I think this is part 17 or 18, maybe even 20. I'm not certain. But we'll start with a collapse. And you may ask, who collapsed? Well, the nation, the yellow country, decided to collapse. Don't ask me why. In another group, which is located about there, and one group located about here, decide to leave. A group over here decides to leave, while the groups over here decide to leave the nation. And up here, this nation leaves, and those two nations leave, with a nation over here forming, realizing a situation where they can easily take advantage of this. A country over here, a country over there, and one over here, and one last one over there, and its two puppets declare independence. Well, I'm using colors similar, because that lets you know where they gain their independence from. Now, it also kind of could be of regional use. And sometimes it can be similar countries, too. And well, this isn't great. But luckily, they managed to hold on to all their eastern holdings. They may have lost the western holdings. And well, that did not work well. And then the nation declares full independence. And well, continuously, this area declares independence. In this area, and well, not that area. This country, that one. Now we got these four, but I'm going to go with a slightly different color. Like not full orange, but like yellow orange, if that makes sense. See? Much different. Maybe not too much different. Let's be honest. This is quite a bit of a change. On the map, with it being weakened, but luckily only that area. Well, this nation decides to take advantage of a few more weakened states. They decide to invade this state just to extend its borders. Well, not state, this country. To extend its borders. And well, as you can see, this country may remind you of one of the empires, or it might not. With them deciding to go into the desert, thinking that's a good idea. Very great ideas. Great ideas by this big nation. Well, they then decide to go there, trying not to make a random accent. Why do I want to say then? Like, really? That doesn't make sense. And well, with their mighty empire having been formed, may say, wasn't this video called Collapse? Yeah. After all this expansion, they may have ran into a tiny problem. They ran out of money. And like, when you run out of money as a nation, everyone wants to leave. Look, two nations already leave. Then this like deserty state leaves. Followed by this other one. And one over here. Along with another desert state where no one lives. Yeah. With them managing to then lose this area as a few different nations. Yeah, that expansion didn't suit them well. Maybe they're not made for expansion. And well, why'd I put something that almost looks pine green and olive green? I don't even know what you would call these shades, but like I just making up shade names. And we got 3 more desert nations. Kind of crazy. Kind of wild. And that's Wild Mapper speaking. And that was supposed to be a funny joke, but it's not really funny, unfortunately. Or maybe I just don't feel like laughing. Who knows? And you may say, oh, look, 2 nations have collapsed. But that's not enough to be called collapse, I think I hear the viewers saying. Well, viewers, you may be wondering, what's going on, right? You may be. You're probably not, though. But since you think this is not enough collapses, well, I'll show you what enough collapses is. This nation starts collapsing. Yeah. And you said there wasn't enough nations. And if you believe that still, well, look how many nations have just formed. But they somehow managed to keep that big of a territory. And I need to figure out what to do, because I'm going to have everything one color eventually. Well, they can overthrow their governance, I guess, and change colors. Well, I want to avoid using two of the exact same colors, because that wouldn't look great if they end up bordering each other. Look like a puppet when it's not. Well, now that nation has collapsed. Well, we've had 3 nations collapse. One expansion, I guess. With one area, that's not going to collapse. It's this nation. They decide to invade. And well, they literally conquered this much land, and then they go and conquer the rest of that nation. But they're not done. Well, for now they are. You never had a nation collapse here. And the ideal candidate is up here. And don't ask me why. I don't know why I'm saying that. With them losing a few areas. And they lose here. They also lose territory there. All these northern areas just up and left them. Well, that's not nice, I guess. Unless you don't like this green nation, or you want more green. Maybe green's your favorite color, and you just want green everywhere. Maybe you want green nations to take over the world. Well, I hate to say that. That probably won't happen the way you may want it to. With this nation deciding to form a glorious empire. And well, I might be making some interesting decisions, like invading a mountainous nation. Well, they get stuck in the mountains only a few times. I don't know what to collapse here, so I think I'll collapse the most obvious nation to collapse. This nation. It's definitely not supposed to be like another nation that exists in the real world. Definitely not. And well, a few coastal areas declare independence, in the coastal republics. And well, it splits in 2 nations, 2 big nations. And the little nations over here. The actually sizable nations over here declare their independence, with the northern area being the only original spot, technically. And maybe just for, we can use like a bluey green. And well, now to not do that and do this, because that does not seem like the best idea. Now we're at the last place. This was the last collapse. You may say, is there going to be some conquering? Yeah. The Pink Nation seizes this opportunity as their enemy just collapsed. So I guess this is their enemy. It makes sense. With the northern country trying to rebuild up a military, but that's going to take a while. With this nation moving someone up to these 2 nations to tell them to invade this nation. Why? As they quickly advance in. You may say, why would they want to help them? They don't seem like they are the most trustable nation. Well, they help them because all they care about is land and power. That's all humans have cared about forever. Land, power, and money. Literally, land, money. Resources, that's all they care about. That's all they care about, I think. I'm not certain. Maybe they care about other things, like not letting the world end. Oh wait, but they're kind of failing that. But that's okay. Let's just pretend the world's not going to end up falling apart. That sounds like my best idea yet. The Wild Mapper idea, Wild Mapper's best quote. If humans didn't like seeing countries be invaded, then why do they watch my videos? See, they're great, honestly. You should just watch my videos 24/7. It gives you energy, I think. I don't know. Because I create it. And now let's see this crazy peace treaty. Stay tuned for next video to see what happens. Will it be expansions or collapses or reconquests? Let's see. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys!